Now you brought this to my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently there's a trend on the internet, social media, whatever you want to call it, where men are being asked how often they think about the Roman Empire. Uh, so, you
Uh,
know, this is new to me. So here is a clip from The View where they are talking about this. Um, Once again, this is new to me. So I am kind of learning on the fly with anyone else who is unfamiliar with this particular goofy internet sensation. So we will go ahead and obviously opine on what is the current thing going on TikTok or wherever else this stuff is going on, in which you have to kind of sit down and apparently reflect and evaluate on how often you think about the Roman Empire.
There's this trending
hysterical.
topic on TikTok where women are asking the men in their lives one simple but rather bizarre question. Watch.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
I guess technically like every day.
Babe, how often do you think about the Roman Empire?
3 times a day.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
At least 3 or 4 times a week.
Women are always asking, what do men think about? You look at them and they have this like empty look on their face all the time.
Yeah.
Say, what's going on in your mind? And they go, nothing. Well, now we know. It's the Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire.
What is that about?
I wrote Max and I said, do you ever think about the Roman Empire? And it's the quickest response I got. Yes. And then Anna, who works here at the
Man,
show.
that's good enough right there.
Because she wrote,
'Cause they're
and this is one of my
scratching
favorite.
at the table now.
Yeah. All right. Um, so this is a thing. I have given up trying to understand why humans are the way that they are. To quote Dr. Dre from The Watcher on the Chronic 2001, I just sit back and watch time fly.
Okay.
I don't get this, but perhaps you can enlighten me on what the hell is going on with this situation. Is the Roman Empire supposed to be? First of all, I think all of this is lies. I do not think any of these people think about the Roman Empire 3 or 4 times a day. I think that is complete bullshit. But whatever, I don't get it. What is happening with this?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I saw it on TikToks. I saw it when it first got started. Just a regular old video where a girl was just saying that guys always thinking about the Roman Empire, and then some woman hit, asked her boyfriend, and then it just started a whole trend. He was like, I don't know, once a week, I don't know, and now it's become a thing. There's videos all over the place. There's the ones that look staged, and then there's the ones that look genuine. And some answers are like, once a month, or I don't know, a couple times a month, stuff like that. So some of it seems like, some people will actually think of that. But most of the guys, there was a black dude in there, but most of the guys that they're asking this are, of Caucasians. So since they're asking these guys, when you look and you want to look back at an empire that speaks to you and speaks to your culture, they look at the Roman thing and that's what speaks to them, And so I just said on the flip side, people that are African Americans, right? They tend to think of like Egypt and stuff like that, Kemet, right? And they tend to think of those types of empire. At least that's what I do. So I don't go around thinking about the Roman Empire. There are particular ways that I think about the Roman Empire, but it's not glorification. So I look at the Roman Empire in a different way, but I do look at ancient Egypt and other ancient cultures, and I do think about that all the time. And so the reason that I think about it all the time is because, well, history indeed does repeat itself, and we're living in very large cycles. And then there's a lot of parallels that you can draw between what's going on now and what happened back then. And so it's very interesting to see the nature of of man. And if you have the eye, when you're reading some of the history, you can actually see it happening and also see how none of that has ever changed. That is still going on, but so some of those people just wearing suits and ties. So I look at yeah. So I look at ancient history all the time in my mind's eye. It's literally daily. So I don't necessarily Roman Empire, but definitely about ancient history. What about you, man? So how do you feel about this? I mean, even so, real or not, this trend or however, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? And if you don't, do you think of any ancient empire?
I think about the Roman Empire every time I watch the movie Gladiator. That's about it. Gladiator is one of my favorite movies, and so the only time that Roman Empire is on my mind is when I watch the movie Gladiator every now and again. Other than that, I don't think about the Roman Empire almost ever. So this to me is weird, goofy, social media weirdo stuff. Honestly, that's kind of how I look at this. To me, this is conformity at its finest. That's all it is. It's people who want to be able to. It's people who want to be able to participate in a social media trend, because that's what we do now, is just follow. We are a legion, a society of followers, and we want to be able to get a bunch of likes and comments and perhaps maybe a couple of new followers on our own individual social media pages. And so whatever wave we can hop on in order to try and facilitate that taking place, we'll hop on it. And so what's the current thing? How often we think about the Roman Empire? Cool. Let me post about that so I can get instant gratification and internet validation via all of the comments and the likes on my post whenever I post my participation on this particular trend. That's kind of how I look at it in a nutshell. I just think of it as goofy behavior. I will say this, though, and this is where I will get a little deep, if you will. It's ironic. It's ironic. It's ironic, right? Or maybe it isn't, that the ancient civilization that is being cited here is the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire falls into the bucket of the many other ancient civilizations that reached a certain height and then eventually crumbled under the weight of extraordinary decadence.
Right.
So what's remarkable about that is here in America, and you might as well say the world too, although we live in America. I'm not worldly, so I'll just keep it to America. We are currently experiencing that crumbling process where you reach the height of your civilization and then you crumble under the weight of extraordinary decadence. See hip hop music, Sexy Red, the sexual marketplace, Instagram, OnlyFans, gender and sexual identity, the educational system, politics, music, entertainment, streaming shows. I mean, where do I stop? I mean, really, I can just continue here. Social services. What else? You can just go on and on and on and on and on. But all of these various cultural observations that you can cite are examples of extraordinary decadence. And so I while I'm not necessarily going to argue causation, I will argue correlation. I'm a holla correlation, and I'm going to say that I find it very interesting that we are talking about a Roman Empire trend when the Roman Empire crumbled under the weight of extraordinary decadence. And here we are in Western culture, specifically in America, actively crumbling under the weight of extraordinary decadence. So
yes,
maybe some of y'all who love the Roman Empire so much, who love this weirdo stuff that we are trying to force on our population to embrace nowadays, maybe you can take some cues from your constant thoughts on the Roman Empire and understand maybe we shouldn't do some of the stuff that the Romans did so that we can stave off how fast we are quickly crumbling. But that's pretty much the only take that I have on that. And environmental degradation as well. That's another example of how we are crumbling under the weight of extraordinary decadence. I got to run a list here, people. There's examples all over the place. I just named a few of them, the easy ones to point out. But there you go. So have your Roman Empire. Y'all have fun thinking about the Roman Empire 3 or 4 times a day. Y'all, you know, to me, it's goofy behavior. I never think about the Roman Empire, but there you go.
Hey, well said, bro. I couldn't agree more. That was I didn't think of that angle, but right on. Gotta wonder why this is even a trend in the first place and making it to The View. I don't know why they want us to think about that. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. Maybe you guys are done for here in America. Maybe that's what's going on. Hey, study your history, man, because like I said earlier, man, it does repeat itself, and it seems like we at that precipice. So
yes,
enjoy.
Yeah, we're definitely at the precipice. I actually think that we are on the descent. We reached the precipice, and now we are on a now we're on a descent for sure. You know, those parties that they used to throw in, you know, in ancient Rome, you know. See modern day pizza party. See modern day pizza party. You know.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said.
If you want to get a glimpse on how close we are to what's going on, or how close we are to what went on back then, just look up pizza parties on Google. Just Google it.